Hello everybody and happy Sunday to you. I'm forecaster Dustin Staples greeting you here as we start the full first weekend of August. We're starting things off very tropical and very warm out there. We've had temperatures this morning starting things out in the 60s and some 70s and a couple of 80s out there as well. Probably not seeing many more 60s much more probably till late next week in the meantime, but keeping an eye on the tropics again. But again, the temperatures and the humidity does remain. There's no change in that right there too. Highs from Saturday a little bit better than we have been seeing for the past several days. We got out of those upper 90s, more like the lower 90s out there too. We did have a few feels like temperatures between 100 and about 105 as forecasted, but then we had that cold front come through yesterday afternoon. It was very windy. I was out doing some driving this past weekend, and you definitely really needed two hands on the steering wheel for sure. Everything was blowing across, so the roadways out there, and you kind of see 41 miles in Greenville, 32 there in Washington. We had 20 miles an hour back towards the coast, but further, these darker purple and indigo colors are pretty much indication of 50, 60 miles an hour right there as well. Let's talk about our first alert weather days coming up. We do have that potential for a tropical rainfall from what is now Tropical Storm Debbie. The next update will probably become a hurricane by Monday morning. Of course, we'll have more for you as we go towards this week. But if this thing could stall out, prompting some slow-moving storms, if this trend continues to be with us here as we go out there, again, watching for some wind gusts and the coastal impacts as well. Rainfall amounts are still kind of up in the air right now, but as more data does come in as we go further to time, we may see some of those heavy embedded showers, watching out for the potential for some coastal and inland flooding concerns. So what we do know is that we're getting an idea that this will be probably arriving by midweek. The track slightly will change a little bit more, and again, the speed is everything. So whether this thing continues to come more further to the east and makes that northeasterly hook, that'll give us a better chance of some heavier embedded showers. If this thing continues to make a more westerly hook, will give us some heavy rain but not as much tropical downpours associated with it. You see here earlier today we've got the storm becoming a category 1, 85 miles an hour by Monday, still making a landfall just outside of Gainesville and portions just outside of the Pensacola region, or Panhandle, Florida is the Big Bend area. Then once we get past Monday into Tuesday, this is where things kind of are still, where does this go next? Does it go further to the west? Does it further to the east? All depending on this track right now, we're still going to be seeing the potential for some tropical activity already up there. Now, something we've already got watching way down there, you see those tropical alerts there. So if I can go back to you real quick there on that. We don't see the track here. Come on, the computer here is not working for me. But you know what though? There we go. We see that here tropical storm warnings and watches already issued for a good chunk of the eastern Florida Sand Panhandle already today. Now again, we're not under any tropical alerts here, thankfully, just yet. Now we may get some flood watches here as we go up towards Tuesday, Wednesday. We'll see what the Weather Service does as, of course, at the Hurricane Center. We're quiet here with some stalled, thanks to the stalled front now that moved through yesterday, now that cold front. But you see the eye of that storm between Texas makes its way towards Jacksonville, portions of Savannah, Georgia, also portions of Charleston, South Carolina. Latest model guidance has a lot of rainfall here. They've got a very high enhanced risk of some severe flooding possible, and we're still waiting on it. By remnants moves in by Wednesday. So what we're tracking over the next couple of days is your typical scattered showers and storms, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday are highlighted in red for the potential for those watching for the tropic. Now for the rest of today, though, temperatures holding in the low to mid 80s. They're still going to be humid. We do have those breezes coming out of the south and southwest. Not as breezy as it was yesterday, but something to consider. A few more scattered showers and storms tonight as we go into post-dinner time hour. Things fizzle out. We go quiet. We go cloud cover. Mostly showers back towards the coast tomorrow morning. So if you're heading back up towards, let's see, Emerald Isle, heading towards Cape Hatteras, just outside of Atlantic Beach there, you may see some showers to start things out, and then more showers will be confined south of 264 and Highway 17. This is not the impacts of that tropical system. But as we go towards later Monday into Tuesday night, that's where we'll see the better chance of those as well. Now, something you're going to notice today, we're going to get close to the mid-90 heat indexes, but not near 100 as we saw over the past couple of days. We'll stay below those triple-digit heat indices. We may get to the 93, 94. Some of these models are trying to spit 100 heat index. That will be very, very isolated. I do think most of us will stay out of that triple-digit heat index by the end of tomorrow. Now, the rainfall amount today through Wednesday, this is one of the latest runs coming coming in right now, showcasing this is all part of that tropical activity. We'll see if it goes further to the north, if this thing further stalls out southeast of us. A lot, it will still change between now here and the next little bit. Again, we've got the Little League World Softball Series kicking off today. I do think most of those games should go off pretty good for the first half of the day. And then later in the afternoon, that's when things may get a little dicey out there as well. Your coastal 5-day forecast here. There's no heat indexes today. They should ignore that. We're going to remain wet and windy out there. We're going to keep track of the tropics as we go further in time. Now, we are going to continue to fluctuate with these first alert weather days. Yesterday, we had them on Tuesday, Wednesday. Now we've got Tuesday night, Wednesday, and all the way through Thursday night here. Midweek, because we got to keep an eye on this, because these may extend these out. We may shrink them back in. We'll see what happens when we get with that. But you see, consistency is our temperatures. Not much change in near the highs or the lows. So check back for more updates.